day. I am pleased to have you in another edition of the program Kaduna Electric Watch, a production of Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company. I am Rukaya Muhammad. In today's edition of the program, we have an exclusive interview with the Head of Strategy and Business Excellence of Kaduna Electric, Dr. Mahmoud Suleiman, who provided a painstaking review of the Phase 0 of the National Mass Metering Program. This and many more shall come your way after the electricity news by Jamila Bala.
Here is the news, but first, the major headlines. NERC visit Kaduna Electric Area Offices in Sokoto State, comments company's compliance level. Gusau Area Manager sue for stakeholders cooperation, pledged improvement in service delivery. And now the news in details. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has visited the 3 area offices of Kaduna Electric in Sokoto State and expressed satisfaction with the company's level of compliance to regulatory provisions and standards. The 3-man team, led by Aisha Mahmood, the NERC Commissioner in charge of Consumer Affairs, inspected the customer compliant unit of the 3 area offices to ascertain how customers' complaints are being responded to. The team also appraised the area offices, assessed their compliances unit with the Commission standard, as well as the functionality of the Customer Record Information Management System. Meanwhile, the area manager, Gusau Area Office, Engineer Mustafa Gago, has called on community leaders and other critical stakeholders in Zamfara State to accord Kaduna Electric their maximum cooperation while assuring all concerned of qualitative service delivery. The area manager made the call during an interactive session with the stakeholders recently in Gusau. He further stressed that the company organized the meeting to provide an avenue for knowledge exchange and cross-pollination of ideas aimed at solving problems, particularly on electricity issues, that is hindering qualitative service delivery, so as to maintain a very healthy relationship with customers in Zamfara State. Engineer Gago further stressed that the company has made adequate arrangement for staff to work as team with religious leaders, traditional rulers, security personnel, and community leaders to ensure mutual understanding among them.
The National Mass Metering Program, which kicked off late last year, could be described as the most pragmatic effort ever made in the Nigerian electricity supply industry to address the huge metering gap in the country. Indeed, the exercise could not have come at a better time. Kaduna Electric has embraced the program, and meter deployment has been going on across our franchise since the program was first launched into November last year. Kaduna Electric Watch sat down with the Head Strategy and Business Excellence of the company, Dr. Mahmoud Suleiman, to review the journey so far. The interview was revealing, just as it was very informative. Have a wonderful viewing pleasure.
The National Mass Metering project that we're running, as expected in a big project like this, there are several challenges that we encounter. One of it is cooperation of customers. We find areas that we go to deploy meters and we get resistance from customers. Basically, surprisingly, some customers still do reject metering. And the deployment plan we do in Kaduna is to target customers that we're currently billing them high, that is the Band A customers, and we intend to close the metering gap under this Phase 0 metering within those Band A feeders. And we find areas where we go to, customers do not cooperate with our installers by giving them, the necessary cooperation to enable them deploy the meters. Secondly, while we do survey, sometimes accessing the area is difficult for the installers from the report that we're getting. Other challenges that we face, has to do with internal issues, like with the maps, in terms of having the required number of personnel and installers that would enable us meet our target installation. We try to ensure that we address these challenges, working with the maps and making them sign SLA and putting them on their feet, to deliver. While we do as much as we can, we still have challenge with personnel generally. And also, some of the maps also have issue with meter boxes recently. So we have some meters installed without boxes, and I understand that this is some kind of general supply management constraint that is not just affecting Kaduna but also affecting so many other discos. But I'm glad this particular problem is being overcome. We work with our communication team to improve on sensitization to customers, particularly in areas that we're going to meter, to address the customer apathy towards metering that we are encountering. We also have issue of separation, where you find that still there are so many areas where physical separation is required to be done before a meter is installed. So those operational challenges do delay the massive rollout we plan. But of course, as we go in, we ensure that what we need to do as a company in terms of provision of service cables, we do provide them, and the customers get separated and get installed. Generally there are challenges, but as they come, we tend to try to overcome them, and we're quite optimistic about closing the phase 0 of the national mass metering program by July, so that we can move to phase 1. And hopefully before the end of 2021, we hope to cover at least most of our major cities, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, Zaria, Kaduna, where most of the customers within these urban centers would be 100% metered, courtesy of this very important metering project that we are going. We learn from the mistakes we make. We see improvement where we have supply chain challenges. We work as a team within the industry to see how all these can be resolved. But yes, there are challenges, and we're overcoming those challenges as we're moving. For our customers, I call on our customers to cooperate with our installers. I call on our customers to support us in this drive to stop estimated billing. We as a company, we don't like to estimate anybody's bill. We would want every customer to pay for energy that they actually consume, and this is what meters do. And we want to assure our customers that we would work with them, to ensure everyone is metered. But this can only happen if the customers cooperate with us. We also call on our customers that we have experienced a couple of meters that are bypassed. We call on customers to desist. Any installer coming back to them, to tinker or tamper with the meter, we would definitely come back and get them, and the customers will be penalized.
With this interview segment, we have come to the end of today's episode of Kaduna Electric Watch. Thank you.